Finally, all set. Here we go.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.
This proves leaders are very many. But thought leaders, they are a rare and a distinguished breed. They are the dreamers. They may hail from the most unexpected echelons of life and yet get immortalized as icons. Icons who change the world. It does not matter who they were, but what they've done. A true thought leader envisions the day after tomorrow today and leads the world towards it. Change is the soul of thought leadership. Your thought leadership becomes the soul of your leadership, devoid of which your personal brand lacks the most beautiful element of it all, soulful inspiration. The human soul is wired to seek inspiration in almost everything around it, especially in other people. We are wired to fall in love with people whose stories resonate with us, whose stories inspire us, whose stories make us want to do more and be more. Your personal brand is a story of this inspiration and how it is changing the world around you for better. Every story begins with a dream and ends with a legacy. But what transpires in between is what makes your story truly inspiring. A story full of passion, vision, aspiration, inspiration, learnings, teachings, milestones, setbacks, and above all, that one big dream come true. The dream, the dare, and the do until the very end of it all is what epic brand stories are made of. Similarly, once upon a time, I had a dream. In my dream, I saw that the more impossible my dream looked, the more passionate I felt. The more invincible my dream looked, the more tenacious I became. The more dreamy my dream looked, the more confident I became. After all, it was just a dream, and I did wake up, but I woke up with unrivaled passion, tenacity, and confidence to take on this world and make my dreams come true. What do you dream of? What do you value in your life? What do you love to do? What is the difference that you yearn to make? What is the reason thereof? The second commandment of personal branding is to dare to be shamelessly good at what you do and own it. Dare to create products and services far ahead of its time. Dare to add selfless value to others. Dare to be shamelessly good at what you do and promote it to the whole world so that the entire world knows who you are, what you do, whom do you do it for, and why you are irrefutably the best person for the job. Because if you don't dare today, I guarantee when you look back 20, 30 years from now, you will regret it. But if we do not persistently do our dues, if we do not religiously deliver on our brand promises, fall shall our reputation. The third and perhaps the most important commandment of personal branding is to do and never stop doing. This commandment of personal brand building encourages you to do over and above what is expected out of you. Do for your tribe what no other is willing to do. Only then you shall receive what no other deserves to. Having said that, let us address the elephant in the room, or rather, the peacock in the room for now. We've been talking about the brand you, personal branding, how to do, what to do. But Do you believe 1000% that yes, I am a brand? How many yeses? Come on, loud and proud. How many yeses? Okay. Like the question asked, do you believe you have a reputation? How many yeses? Yet not 100%. I'm shocked. The irony is that what you believe your brand to be, your worth to be, your value to be, the world will come to believe in that. So if you do not take the active control of your identity, your reputation, and your legacy, you are allowing yourself to be vulnerable. You're letting people think, talk, feel whatever they may want about you. Do we want to be in those shoes? Yes or no? Do we want to be vulnerable? We are the manifestations of Ma Durga. Do we want to be vulnerable? Yes. So, what to do? Instead, we take active control of who we are and what people know about us by putting the best of us out there so that this does not happen. And instead, we own our uniqueness, our weirdness, our craziness, and revel in the glory of that. Regardless of who we are, what we believe our reputations are today, you do have the power to change it, transform it, enhance it, whatever you desire it to be 6 months down the line. So, how do we do that? How does a woman take active control of her brand, her identity, her reputation, so that all the other lesser mortal men in the world stand up, take notice, and bow to her greatness? How does she become the superwoman that we all know we are, but never proudly claim to be? What does it take for a leader to become a legend? What does it take for a lady to become a legacy? And to more realistic context, what does it really take in today's day for a woman to not just be needed in the boardroom, but wanted in the boardroom? 2 words: thought leadership. On second thoughts, your thought leadership alone is not enough. Because unless you take active control of your thought leadership and build your personal brand, reputation, and legacy around it, it's no point. What is it that women like Chanda Kochhar or Oprah Winfrey or Sherly Sandberg or Indira Nooyi or even Malala Yousafzai have done in their lives to have built such enviable personal brands and legacies? They have taken active control of their identities, their thought leadership, and built legacies which have created a deep, lasting impact in their social ecosystems. What are these superpowers that these ladies are born with or have learned to develop and cultivate that have empowered them to create their mark and dominate their niches? I'm delighted to share with you my personal favorite 10 superpowers or 10 secrets of women who know how to dream bold and have what it takes to go ahead and dare and do to make all those dreams come true. Number 1, be clear about who you are. Having absolute clarity about your dreams and goals, your passions and aspirations, your value and worth is the first step in the celebration of the brand you. Ask yourself some thought-provoking questions on these parameters and then celebrate the insights you receive from your mind, heart, and soul. Factor these insights into crafting a unique and invincible positioning for your personal brand and your thought leadership. And once you've done that, boldly position yourself as the go-to expert for whatever it is that you bring on the table. Number 2, be focused. Focus on a niche. Gone are the days of being the jack of all trades and master of none. Today, we evolved that into the 21st century version of it. You have to be the jack of all trades, you have to be the master of some, and you have to be the emperor of that one skill set, one talent, which you do better than anyone else. Focus on that talent. Make it your emperor skill set and showcase it to the world. And then every single day, again focus on how you can leverage that thought leadership to create a beautiful impact in your ecosystem so that everybody knows who you are and why you matter. Number 3, be confident. Make confidence your middle name. Romance it. Personify it. There is nothing more intimidating and awe-inspiring than a woman who's confident of her dreams, her charms, and her value. Your self-confidence directly rests into how much you as a woman value yourself. Never ever let your self-confidence be influenced by how much the world values you. Because unless and until you value yourself first, the world will not be able to see what you're really worth of. So value yourself first. Build your self-confidence first. Only when you do that, only when you revel in the glory of your own value, the world will start valuing you as well. Number 4, be selfish. Oh my God, I'm a woman. What the hell is somebody talking about? How can I be selfish? I'm the epitome of selflessness, correct? It's me last, the world first. No. Stop waiting. Start wooing. Embrace opportunities as well as challenges, both with open arms. Opportunities will knock on your eager doorstep only and only when you have a welcome sign painted upon it. Paint that welcome sign for yourself. Be the me first woman at work, especially at work. Be the first voice in the room, the first idea on the table, and the first solution to the problem. Never ever hold back or hesitate due to the fear of criticism or ridicule or manterruption or even idea hijack, which happens so prominently today. Be absolutely selfish about your self-respect, your pride, and your progress. Number 5, yes, of course, you have to be selfless as well. You know, brand karma works and how? Indulge in building your own brand karma a little every single day. Give back all that you know, your knowledge, your wisdom, to enrich and empower the lives of people around you. Such nobility is the true hallmark of some of the most celebrated thought leaders and icons across the world. You, as a woman, are already attuned to selfless love for your family. Yes or no? Bring in that same selflessness, that same selfless leadership at work. Be the selfless leader who enriches and empowers others to take their journey from one milestone to the next. And then sit back, relax, and watch your brand karma amplify itself in its journey back to you. Number 6, be visible. You really need to spread your wings and fly sky high. Be visible, be out there. Be proud of who you are and what you do. You can build your personal brand both online and offline today with the power of social media. How many of you all are active on social media for business or professional reasons? Okay, fair enough. Use the power of these platforms, whether it's LinkedIn or Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or YouTube or relevant blogs, knowledge hubs, to share your knowledge, your thought leadership, your wisdom, and add value to your communities today. The social media is your oyster. You have the means to be visible and valuable to your communities today. Only when you do that, the world will truly be able to see you, your work, and celebrate you tomorrow. Be vocal. Yes, we have been told silence is golden. But you know what? Knowledge is priceless. Also, mind you, knowledge not shared sadly becomes worthless. As a torchbearer of the profound knowledge and wisdom you have amassed in the journey of life, it becomes your moral responsibility to enlighten the next generation of women leaders. Stand up, speak up, and inspire 1 million more women to live their dreams. Take a stand and stand for it. Today, there are dozens of avenues available for the women to take center stage, speak her mind, and ignite younger minds. Adopt a crusade, a cause closest to your heart, and give it all that you got. But remember, be vocal both online and offline to truly amplify the influence as well as the impact of your thought leadership and your efforts. Number 8, be inspirational. Think, do, inspire. This is the mantra of a true thought leader. Every single day, ask yourself just one question. What is it that I can do that nobody else is thinking or doing today? And by doing that, how can I transform life, transform my world as we know it? Only when you take upon a road less traveled will you lead a life truly inspirational. So go ahead and be inspirational as a woman, as a leader, and as a legacy. Number 9, be proud. Oh my God, losing less and less interest in this, right? Tanvi's telling me to be proud. I'm humility personified. Yes or no? Yes? Too bad. Pride is ownership. It is a celebration of self-worth. Traditionally, pride has been left untouched as it was considered a vice. But says who? That a woman cannot be proud of her value, her accomplishments, and her legacy with heartfelt humility and gratification. Be proud of your dreams, of your journey, of your vision, of the impact that you're making, and own that pride and show that pride. Finally, number 10, be a dreamer. You do everything that I've told you up to now, but unless you start dreaming, what's the point? Only a dreamer can go ahead and accomplish things which others, the non-dreamers, never ever even dream about. So start dreaming with those eyes wide open so you can then witness it happen. Because some of the most beautiful legacies bestowed upon the world began with a humble dream, which have been celebrated worldwide across geographies and civilizations. But ensure that you just don't dream. Ensure that you have the courage to dare and take that first step to make all your dreams come true. Asking you once again, what do you dream of? Which of these 10 superpowers will you personify in your pursuit of success? Once you do that, remember one very important thing. Success is relative. It means different things to different people. So always ensure that you keep a benchmark of the impact that you're creating as your measure of success. Finally, it's game time. If the 10 secrets we saw define the art of building the brand you, the next 8 strategies which I'm going to share with you will help you master it. So let's go back a couple of thousand years and get some wisdom from the humble chessboard and learn how to master the art of celebrating the brand you. Your brand reputation is sacrosanct. Unless the king stands tall and strong, it's game over. So, Let's draw up a brand army, because your brand reputation is nothing but the effect of a strategic working protocol of your brand army. That includes your queen. What else? Who plays chess here? Only 1, 2, 3, 4? Okay, for the benefit of the audience. That includes your queen, your bishop, the humble knight, the rook, and those indispensable pawns, whom we think not much of, but we'll see how crucial they are. So, your brand positioning. There is no other like the queen on the chessboard. Agree? She rules the roost with her multitude moves. She is indeed invincible. Just like the positioning of your personal brand. Craft an absolutely inimitable and invincible positioning for your personal brand in the industry, something that no other can match up to. Next, your brand value. Clarity and consistency in what you ought to do time and again is the only linear pathway to success. Very much like the bishop, there are no shades of gray allowed in delivering the personal brand promise. It's either black or white. Ensure that you have absolute clarity about who you are and what value you bring on the table to begin with, and then go ahead and deliver on that brand promise every single time to build that desired reputation in your industry. Next, your brand visibility. You know, the night truly teaches us the power of creative, multi-dimensional strategy. Do what no other does on the chessboard to achieve what no other can. In today's global economies, we cannot thrive with the frog in the well mindset. We have to be out there. Get inspired by the humble knight. Ensure that you have a multi-dimensional, multi-platform presence, both online and offline. Be visible, be active, be engaging 24/7. That is the only key to building a truly global brand. Be in the grapevine. What is the grapevine? Ladies, you must know what is the grapevine. The rumor mill, the gossip mill, that is the grapevine. That is where the actual brand building or bashing happens. Yes or no? Yes. So that's the most important platform for you to be active on or be spoken about on. Next, your brand influence. It is magical, okay? What you can inspire others to do and be with their lives, only using the power of your influence. The humble rook teaches us how you can wield such power and influence to change the game for someone other than yourself. Being the only player on the field to possess the power of castling, it teaches you how to yield such influence to transform and impact your communities for good. Remember, adding selfless value to your communities will add invaluable influential power to the brand you. And last but definitely not the least, your brand experience, your brand in action. Everything that you promise, it's delivery time. How do you ensure that you create an on-brand experience across multiple touch points, right from online to offline, whether it's your identity, your credibility, your story, your brand karma, your influence, your legacy on multiple platforms like LinkedIn, Facebook, blogs, Instagram, in-person interactions. Ensure that you design a signature and an unforgettable brand experience for yourself, something that others love to come and experience again and again and again and again. A dream that becomes an inspiration that influences a change which goes on to be celebrated as a legacy. Come to think of it, how would you rather live by? What would you rather have your life measured by? An average human being like you and I has around 70 years to live, or approximately 25,000 days. Would you have rather lived for only 25,000 days? Or would you have built a legacy that will outlive you for another 25,000 days? From this perspective, at least my choice is rather simple. I choose to outlive my life. I choose to build a legacy of 1 million more dreamers whom I may embolden to build 1 million more legacies. So go ahead and dream bold, but don't just stop there. Take that first step to dare and do whatever it takes for you to outlive your own life. Thank you so much.